Hello, my name's Elise. Welcome everybody to my review of The Highwayman. The Highwayman is basically stars Kevin Costner, Woody Harrelson. They actually played true life Texas Rangers who took down Bonnie and Clyde. Now, what this film is about basically is going during the Prohibition. Bonnie and Clyde are on their killing spree. They have robbed shit down, and they're becoming famous. So, Kevin Costner's character and Woody Harrelson's are retired Texas Rangers. So when they are hired to track down Bonnie and Clyde, they're not used to technology. They're not used to how the way the world works. And in some cases, they're basically old. They're not as young as they used to be. They're tired and all stuff. But the same principles still apply to them. That like if you do break the law, you're gonna go down and all that stuff. And during this time, we get a lot of interactions with what's happening with Kevin Costner, Woody Harrelson, the Texas Rangers during this Great Depression, and all that stuff. Not Prohibition, but during the Great Depression, when most Americans are poor, and then how Bonnie and Clyde were treated as folklore heroes and all that stuff. So Kevin Costner's character, Woody Harrelson's character, are dealing with a lot of oppression from the common people. The common people see them as heroes, and Kevin Costner just sees them as people who are killing cops and who are ultimately murderers, and they ultimately made their choice. So they're dealing with not only with their age and how they're run down and not as strong as they used to be, they're not as quick as they used to be, and they talk about old stories about stuff that haunts them, about killing and all that stuff, what's murder, what's not. You see the political side, why they don't want these Texas Rangers again and all that stuff, these former Texas Rangers, so now they're law-abiding highwaymen, and how they track down Bonnie and Clyde and how they get them. This was to me, and how they get them eventually, and this to me, this film was a very interesting take, because we always see Bonnie and Clyde situation, like, oh yeah, two people who fell in love and all that stuff. When Kevin Costner's character, he's like, oh, she was a nice girl, but then she fell for a bad boy, and now she's a bad person right now. Like, she's no longer innocent. She's killing people and all that stuff. And it makes a great viewpoint. Like, Bonnie and Clyde, in some cases, were like, they say the modern-day Robin Hoods, but they killed so many. And unnecessary, some cops and all this stuff. In certain situations, self-defense, it goes out the window. But when they're on a killing spree like this, how they were portrayed in this film, and kind of like in life, certain people didn't need to die. But Bonnie and Clyde chose this life. They chose the wild life. They chose a wild, short, married life. And even though we don't really get to see much of Bonnie and Clyde, we don't really see them interacting with other people, just them gunning down officers and their last shots of them being like that. But we have some great interactions again with Woody Harrelson's character and Kevin Costner's character about what's right and what's wrong, and even the Woody Harrelson, Kevin Costner's character even meets Clyde's father and all that stuff. And Clyde's father, he understands that his son needs to die, because his son, in some case, he's never thought he would go this way. And again, this movie, The Highwayman, good film. I would definitely rewatch it again. It's an old-fashioned film. It's not a big action superhero film, but it's a very solid film. I would give it a solid B. It was again, the acting was good, the direction was good, the picture was good. The Highwayman, check it out, everybody. So let me know what y'all think, everyone. My name's Elise, and for everybody. Bye.